We'll be using Microsoft Word to make a brochure comparing energy sources. Once you've opened Microsoft Word and started a new file, select File, Page, Setup. We're going to set the margins so we have all the room we need for our brochure. Let's change them to 0.2 inches on the top, the bottom, and the sides. Once you've done this, click OK. Next, select File, Page, Setup, and then the landscape orientation, and select OK. Notice how this turns the paper sideways. This will give us more room for our table. It's time to put in our title, Sources of Energy. Let's change our writing, our font. How about if we select the font Arial? Now, we want to make sure that our title is in the center of the page. On the toolbar, select the centering justification. Now it's time to type the heading. With the caps lock on, type Sources of Energy, and there it is, nicely centered on the page. There it is. Next, we're going to set up our table. On the toolbar, select Table, Insert, Table, and we'll be wanting 6 columns and 10 rows. Select OK, and then you'll see the boxes or cells that we'll be using for the table. We'll actually be typing our information into these cells. First, let's enter our headings. Because we had earlier selected center justification, all of our headings are going to automatically be centered in the boxes or the cells. Follow along as we enter our first energy source, which is oil. It's a non-renewable fossil fuel which comes from the bodies of dead organisms that lived millions of years ago. It's found underground as a thick, black liquid. And it's mostly used as a transportation fuel, powering cars, planes, buses, and other means of transportation. It can also be used in the form of heating oil. As we burn it to release its energy in a process called combustion, it releases carbon dioxide, or CO2, into the environment, which is polluting. Carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases. With our caps lock button still on, let's go ahead and enter the rest of our energy sources. Because we still have center justification selected, all the energy sources are still automatically centered within the cell as we type them. We know that some of our energy sources have characteristics in common. Let's highlight them with our mouse, select Edit, Copy, and then use Edit Paste to place them where they need to be. Let's continue to enter our information using our class notes. Remember to copy and paste when you can to save typing time. Notice how the cells automatically expand so that the typed data will fit. Once we're finished, let's check and see what our table will look like on the actual paper. Look at the toolbar at the top of the page. Click on the magnifying glass. That's Print Preview. When you're done, press Close. Closing Print Preview takes us back to our document screen. Did we make any typos or typing mistakes? On the toolbar, let's select Tools, Spelling and Grammar, and Microsoft Word will show us any words it thinks are misspelled and present suggestions to correct. Highlight the correct one and select Change and OK. We're almost done. Let's make our title and heading stand out from the rest of the information. Highlight the title and make the size of the font larger. Next, find the capital B on the toolbar. Click on that, which will make the words darker or bold. Highlight all the rest of the headings and make them bold also. Let's click on Print Preview again to see how our finished document will look. Then push Close to go back to the original document. We'll need to save our document in a file on the desktop so that we can upload it to Digital Locker later. Select File, Save As, name the file, and then select Save. Last, I want to print my finished product so that I can make my brochure. Select File, Print, OK, and ta-da! You are good to go with your printed document.